Hi guys, how you doing today? Again, this is Coach D Darrell Spears. You can call me Coach D. So I've been looking forward to doing this particular video today. This is a video that a lot of my subscribers were interested in, and it involves how long should you be engaged to someone? This is a question that I get asked a lot, whether it's in my profession or random people, family members. I have seen situations, severe issues in a relationship where people are engaged for years and years. I'm talking about him being engaged for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I've been engaged, but we ain't married. I've seen situations where people have postponed the wedding 5 to 10 times for various reasons. And one person is not happy about it. The other person is just trying their best to make things right. In this discussion about this, in this video, what we're going to really look at is the fact you can't necessarily define what's too long. However, the minute you become emotionally uncomfortable with how long it is, that's a sign that it's been too long. The minute you second guess the relationship of where it's going, or am I being led on, that's a sign that you've been engaged too long and you want to be married. Now, what I pretty much reinforce in my profession as I deal with couples who talk about wanting to be married and being together for 7, 8, 9 years and whatever amount of years and they're not married yet. One of the biggest signs that something there's a problem is the fact that you're doing maritable things that involve a marriage while you're dating or engaged. There are people who buy homes that are not married. There are people who have children. Most, particularly if you have more than two children, it becomes an issue. I just had 2 or 3 children for you, and you refuse to marry me. Okay. Um, Everything reflects a marriage except for the legal paperwork. That's a sign you've been engaged too long. I preferably teach that when you decide to marry someone, I preach that it doesn't take years for you to realize somebody's worth marrying. And I know that that may sound foreign to a lot of people. I encourage people, if that person is not marriage worthy in 2 years, that may not be the person for you. And when I'm talking about for 2 years, I'm meaning that you have been consistently seeing that person, spend time with this person, spent overnight, or even if you moved in with each other. It doesn't take 3, 4, 5 years to realize somebody's worth being married. If you are taking that long to decide whether or not you should be married, then that issue's on you and your inability to recognize that you have wasted a lot of time for something that should not take that long. Okay. I say 2 years, 3 years, okay, I get it. Things happen but I'm just using that as a rule of thumb. I teach couples that the moment you get married, you should marry within a year and a half. And the reason why I say a year and a half is because I do understand people want to have weddings. Weddings cost money. Most people schedule a marital to get married a year, the following year of the engagement. And the reason for that is so that they can have the money to save up for the reception and the wedding and all the festivities. I wholeheartedly think that I do understand and you want to give your future wife that experience. That's part of American culture. But I will not encourage you to go broke doing so, and I will not encourage you to extend getting married for a wedding. Not if that's the person you're supposed to be with, because now you're allowing finances and you're putting more value in the ceremony as opposed to the institution. I encourage you get married within 6 months to a year based on what you can afford. Because I know people want to have weddings. I get that. At least a year, maybe a year and a half, because I do understand things can happen where things can get postponed. But if you've been engaged for over 2-3 years, something is wrong. That is too long, in my opinion, because I've seen so many situations of people getting mad that they have not been married yet and they're waiting. So my rule of thumb is based on the occurrences that I have experienced seeing and treating with over 16 years of experience of doing this. See, this coaching is a very simplistic strategy to step by step help someone and prompt someone to improve in a behavior. But I have participated for years in the implementation of therapeutic treatment techniques over time of everything, which is at a higher level. So when we're coaching, I'm basically want to help you as the viewer, the person who's watching me, to understand that my job, if you were to seek my services, and again, for those that want my services, you can contact me at, in lowercase letters, Coach D. Durrell Spears TB at gmail.com. You can look in the page and you can see all the different services I provide. Of you, my job is to help you identify what's wrong, help you understand to make those subtle decisions, so you can put yourself in the best position to win. And through those things that I'm teaching, you learn to carry them out long term. But waiting long for something that doesn't cost more than about 50 to 60 bucks to go to just the justice of the peace, I know that's not the most glamorous thing. I get that. But let's look at it in reality. That's just the truth. You can decide to get married and the next week go into the justice of the peace and get married. Simple as that. I'm not saying it's the ideal way of doing things. I'm not saying that that's culturally acceptable, because there are a lot of people who go to the justice of the peace and get married. I get that. I didn't have a wedding. I went to the justice of the peace. Okay. Um, and there are many people who make a decision to get married. There are many people who make a decision to do these things in whatever way that they feel is best for them. It's different for everybody. It's different for everybody. So what may be too long for you may not be too long for someone else. But the minute you start having doubt, the minute you began to feel uncomfortable, the minute you began to feel unstable, the minute you start feeling inadequate in that relationship because the marriage has not happened and you got a ring and you're engaged. This goes for the man or the woman, or things are constantly getting postponed, and there's a lot of ambiguity about what's going to, ambiguous things, about the future. Then that's a sign that I've been engaged too long. I'm not waiting another 8 months to a year of my life. Let's get this done and let's move forward. You can make it as simple as you want, or you can make it as complicated as you want. So, guys, thank you for coming in today. Please leave comments in the comment section. Please subscribe to Coach Eagle Spears. Have a great day. Peace.